Hey, so today I am with this monster. It is a tea, it's tea. It is not gasified, it is just lemon tea. They also have a peach tea that I find it harder, to find, when I'm grocery shopping. I did find it yesterday when I was at bakery, but like the price was just, fucking awful. So I didn't get it, but I'm gonna get it sometime. So it is, dragon iced tea. There is a dragon here, as you can see, and I've already split it, three ways. It's like a third for me, third for my dad, third for my brother, yeah, I like that, like the little, thing here is green. I saw that, I saw. Oh, I just dropped. Okay. In the peach tea, there was some that were, just like regular metal color, and then there were some that were orange. So I want, an orange one to match this one. But it still has taurine as far as I'm concerned, I think. So there's a legend about some Chinese emperor. Yeah, it does have their energy, thing, unleash the dragon. So it is ready for consumption. It is based on taurine and caffeine with, fruit juice and tea. So that's nice. I'm gonna hold it as I it tastes like, lemon tea. Not surprising. I cannot taste the taurine and the caffeine, which usually I can taste. There's something else to this smell. Not bad, but it is. I don't know what it is. It's not bad, but it's different. Also, it's a me, or is it like denser than regular tea? But it looks like tea, smells like tea, tastes like tea. It's nice. Honestly, I would not be able to tell that this is Monster Energy, not drink tea. But yeah, but this has I have to take it in the morning because it does have taurine and caffeine. It's nice. I could definitely see me sipping on this at a beach. I think it would be really nice for you to just make drinks with this too. I mean, I like drinks that are made with tea. Like, I know not everybody is into that, but I think they're nice and I think that they work out. Particularly if you get, the flavor profile right and all that. Also, I could mix this with like, tonic water, and I think it'd be really nice. You could kind of like double the amount of tea that you have, because I got this on sale just like the one that I got yesterday. So it was like a decent price, but it's still like more expensive. Like Red Bull is the most expensive, followed by Monster, and then the other energy drinks, they are like considerably cheaper by comparison. Honestly, it doesn't even feel fair to compare this to all the other energy drinks. Like, this feels it's in a different category altogether. Oh, there is some I don't know if you can see, but there's like some things here, like usually you have with tea, so that's nice. I really like the can. It's not like doesn't have any texture, but I like the dragon. It's nice. There's a theme going on. There's like a little story. I mean, tea, it's in China, I guess. I like this, these dragons. There are so many different types of dragons from like different cultures, but I really like these ones. They're like kind of slender and they look like a worm a little bit. They're pretty cool. Seeing them moving in the sky, like that's pretty cool. Honestly, this might get a 10 for me. Oh my god. I feel like, the peach one I also get, because I do prefer lemon tea to peach tea, which is a tasting. My cousin, like when I went to her place yesterday, she prefers peach tea, and usually she manifests the notion that like usually people are like, really, peach? I like peach too, so peach might get like a 9.5. But honestly, like, this is really nice, and as I said, I can't taste any of like that thing that usually energy drinks they have, which I suppose the taurine. So yesterday I drank straight up from like the original one, but like no sugar, and like that is pure, that like the flavor is just that. So yeah, this is nice. It tastes just like some of the other famous brands that have like cold, like they have iced tea. I got this again. I mean, I only would get this again because I think that the Brush one is more expensive, because this one has 475 milligrams. You know, like usually the iced teas, like, you know, like the bottles, like they are like 500 milligrams and like a liter and a half. And you know, a liter and a half, like we bought it, like I was with my cousin when we went out last Saturday, and you know, in the regular place that was kind of expensive, it was like 909, and I mean, but like the 500 milligrams one was like 5 something. So you see, like it is not as cheap. You know, it's a little more expensive, so I wouldn't buy it for the price. But you know, if for, I don't know, like let's say it's all expiring and you have this, I'll definitely get this one because you know it can give you a little boost, right? But I don't know, yeah, I'm really surprised with this. I really thought it was going to be like an energy drink, but you know, with like a little hint of tea. But no, it's just like tea. I don't know if I've drank this before, and if I had, it would have been like back in 2021. The peach one I have definitely never tried, but you know, I'm saying that I might have tried it because I've seen this, you know, particular can for a while, and usually when I see it, I try it. And this has been going on since before I started trying, you know, things. But yeah, so Monster Energy Dragon Iced Tea, it's a 10. You know, it is delicious. It just tastes just like iced tea. I really like iced tea. If you think if a person didn't like it, he probably wouldn't give as high of a grade. But I really like iced tea, and it tastes just like that. I cannot even like taste a hint of, you know, like of the taurine, the caffeine, or whatever. Yeah, really nice. 10 out of 10. So yeah, bye.